We made almost $150 this week in option premium, and today we purchased more shares of the Cornerstone funds that are going to set us financially free. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video we're going to talk about everything we accomplished today. But if you're new to the channel, this is an income generating account where we sell cash secured puts, which means you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. We sell covered calls, which means you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. We do credit spreads, and finally, we collect dividends from both weekly and monthly payers. And before we jump into it, if you haven't already, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Help me grow. I want to get to 5,000 subscribers. And with that said, let's jump over to our trade history so we can see the money that we collected today. Let's look at our options. I believe option selling is the best way to generate income. It allows you to grow small, medium, and large portfolios quickly, as well as it helps you avoid the NAV erosion of high yielders like weekly payers and those yield max funds, although I do own some. But remember, guys, my trades are my opinions. They should never be taken as financial advice. So we rolled out a couple covered calls. As I said, when you sell a covered call, you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. So imagine that. Buy something that you want to own, agree to sell it for more than you bought it for, and get paid to do so. And that's what we did with ALT and Rumble. You see, we collected just about $50, a little bit more, $53, and we had already captured $103 from Monday. So that puts us over $150 collected so far this week. We still have a couple more options we want to roll. I have AMDL, MSTX, NFE, and Serve and Teladoc all set to expire 1/30. I would like to roll those this week because next week our monthly payers are all going to pay, and that's going to be like $800 between all my dividends. So let's capture some option premium this week, load up on dividends next week. So like I said, I still want to roll these 130 positions this week. I tried Tuesday, I tried today. They did not fill. It's not a big deal if they don't, but I'd love to be able to roll them. The only one I just really don't think I'm going to be able to roll is AMDL. The stock is trading at $21. I agreed to buy it for $9. The market's not going to pay me to agree to sell something that much cheaper than it's currently listed at, so I probably won't be able to roll that position. But before we talk about the awesome purchases today, let me give a quick shout out to my Premium Generals, the top group on YouTube. This is the Premium Generals. It is an exclusive group where I post private videos such as educational content on how to sell cash secured puts, how to sell covered calls, how to do credit spreads, debit spreads, the strangle method, other forms of investing, how I use margin, as well as private portfolio updates. Any trade I make, the Premium Generals are right there with me. A lot of times I'm recording the video and making the trades with the group. It's $10 a month, and on top of that, you get to be in every single video. So swing on by, say hi. I got over 100 videos in there right now. Check us out. And with that being said, let's get back into the video. Okay, we're back in the account here. Quick call out. Yesterday, the market was pretty bloody with tariff stuff and market news and things like that. It looks like we've picked up most of the gains today. We're up $923. I think we lost a little over 1,000 yesterday. Again, that's all unrealized. And I've been investing for a long time, approaching 20 years. And I'll say it every time, you make so much more money when the market goes down than when it's up. So I know a lot of people don't like seeing their portfolio go down, but the farther it goes, the more shares you can buy. And then when the market does what it always does, which is come back around, you will be very happy you bought the shares you did. So let's scroll down. We didn't make too many purchases today. I really only purchased into one fund. To be honest, I just wasn't around the account. Sometimes I just don't feel like jumping on, checking it out. So I love selling options, buying dividend-paying funds. I can step away and just not even think twice about it. So let's take a look. The only funds we purchased today are the Cornerstone CRF funds. We're going to get $206 from them next week. That's fantastic. And at that time, we had 1,755 shares, which is only, literally, 5 days ago? We currently have 1,850 shares. That is almost 100 shares more than XDiv, which was literally last week. So I've said it to the Premium General Group. I would like to get this up to 2,000 shares before the next ex-dividend day. I don't think that'll be too hard. It's 150 more shares. We roughly have like 25 days to do it. Consistent daily buys, I think we can. We get to 2,000 shares. And what they pay this month, $11.76, so 11 cents. That's about $220. I'll take it. $220, that'd be pretty awesome. It's a lofty goal, but I think we can get there, especially if it comes back down and stays in the 790s. My average cost is $7.98. I would love to keep buying in the 790s, lower our cost average, get us up to that 3,000 shares by the end of 2026. That is the goal for both Cornerstone funds, actually. CLM and CRF, I'd like to get that to 3,000 shares. I wanted to get PDI to 1,000. I am there. If I get the Cornerstone funds to each to 3,000, I want to get T-SPY to 200. TDAC, and I haven't really put this into motion yet. Maybe 100 shares becomes the goal. I'm not sure on that just yet. ORC, my real estate fund, I want to get 500 shares, but I want that to come way down. It's currently at $8.16. My average cost is $7.20. So in order for me to get that next 100 shares, I need the price to come down. I want to add XPay to the account. I want to get 100 shares of that. And I'm still looking at GOF. It's still a potential one for me. I've had a couple of people in the comments, kind of draw me away from it, which I love that. I love the comments. Always, put below what you're thinking. I love the conversation and discussion. I have so many different options open, so many, and it's awesome. But, at the end of the day, nobody knows every stock or every ETF. So, if you're investing in something, call it out below, and it might be something I look into, which pretty much every fund that I've ever seen in the comments I look into. So the only ones I really don't want to add are like yield max funds right now. I already generate plenty of income with my options. And then on top of that, I already have 2 Granite shares in COYY and TSYY. And they have plenty of NAV erosion themselves. So no need to add anymore. But with that being said, guys, awesome week. We are going to get paid tonight, $250 in dividends. TSYY and COYY. Oh, hey, TDAC is paying us this month. Awesome. They're paying tonight. With that $7, that actually means we're going to get $700 total in monthly premiums, dividends, which if you watched any of my last couple of videos, I'm talking about I want to get $2,800 per month in monthly paying dividends. And this month, we're going to get just about $700 exactly. That is fantastic. But what I was saying is tonight we'll get the 125 from COY, 148 from TSYY, and now $8 from TDAC, all of which I will put into the Cornerstone funds, T-SPY, back into TDAC, things like that. So awesome. Dividends are flowing, and I love getting paid, So next week we're going to get really paid. All those monthly pairs next week, QILD, ORC, CLM, CRF, PDI, and that's why I want to get as much option premium out today as I can, because I'm going to get 800 and some bucks in dividends next month or next week. So let's get as much option as we can. No need to load everything up in the next week. And with that being said, guys, I truly appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.